Good morning, my dear friends from YouTube, from Facebook, and also from Energy Radio. I'm glad to be here this morning to share some substance, to share some knowledge, to share understanding, to share a very good experience. Experience that can not just give you something good for you to hear, and then later life will continue the same, but to share something that will give you for you to hold on to it, and as you hold on to it, you move forward a little bit and be able to help those who are around you. And in this morning, I want to talk about what is happening all around, what we see all over our city, our country, all over the world. We see people, friends, we see co-workers, and sometimes we ourselves find ourselves in that place. We find ourselves surviving. We find ourselves striving. We find ourselves, instead of living, we find ourselves surviving. We find ourselves going to the daily routine that becomes very, very tiring, becomes very, very, at times, disappointed, becomes very, very heavy, to the point that sometimes you go and then you don't see a result. And not seeing the things that you want to see at the time that you wanted to see it is very, very disappointed. And then we find ourselves not living. We find ourselves surviving. We find ourselves not seeing beyond what is taking place in your life. A pain, a financial, a family problem, a difficulty. We sometimes find ourselves not being able to see a day, a week, or a year ahead because we find ourselves surviving. You find yourself struggling to make it through the day. As I often ask people and say, how you doing? And say, just barely making it. Just going by. Oh, how's your day? It's the same all day. So we see people that can happen to you, to me, and to everyone. We find ourselves surviving, not living. And this become very tiring when we are supposed to be living. But how can I live when I don't get to pass my own pain, my own issue, my own difficulties, when my own struggle internally, I cannot pass over it to the point that I begin to live life? If I don't get to overcome my own internal struggle, I'll find myself surviving. But if I get to pass my own struggles, I will begin to live life. To live life is when I'm living for you, Mr. Julio. To survive is when I'm struggling for my own life. It's when I'm focusing on my own life. It's when my pain don't allow me to see you, because my pain might be greater. So I find myself surviving. I find myself struggling when I don't get to see what is happening to you, how you doing, how you feeling. I find myself surviving for my own life. And if I can get to pass this, I will no longer be surviving, but I will be living. Living for you. Living for something rather than just myself, but for my neighbor, for my friend, for my co-worker. We all and people pray and pray and pray and go to religious setting 7 days a week, and people have a doctrine and people have teaching, but they don't get to pass themselves. They're still struggling, surviving, striving, not living, because they have not been able to go over their own struggle. It's when I say, I see you, I see you, and I see you. And I'm not living just to take care of my own self, but I'm living for you. I'm living for my neighbor. I'm no longer surviving. I begin to live. Because survive is when I have a time, a limit time, and I try to make as much as I can in the time that I have to be able to keep myself at life or flow. But to live is when I know that I might have a time, but I live for you, for her, for him, for everybody. That is to live. Survive is when I don't get to pass what I'm going through. I'm surviving. I'm striving. I'm barely making it. But if you can just pass what you were going through and look up to or around your friend, your co-worker, and your sister, you will no longer live, or you will no longer be surviving, but you will be living for a greater, a purpose, a life with purpose, a life that goes beyond your own pain, a life with a purpose, a life without limitation, a life without feeling like this is it, but a life that you live to the fullest, because you will be living for something just greater than your own pain. And then you get to see how people get to pass their own pain. More I focus on my own, more I will be struggling in the same condition. It's when I say, no, I'm not going to survive. I'm going to live for a greater purpose. Oh, my dear friends, I'm talking about simple steps that were proven by the teacher, by the teacher of all the teachers. Simple step that it means to be your brother's keeper. It means to take care somebody's snow instead of your own snow. Somebody's lawn instead of your own lawn. It means to go the extra mile to uplift somebody. We will no longer be surviving, but we will be living a life of purpose. If you see throughout history, man, woman who invented greater things and make a difference in the whole world, they pass beyond their own failure, and they look up to the benefit of everyone around them. That's why they were able to pass their failures and begin not just remain surviving, but living their life to the fullest. Oh, my dear friends, I wanted to share this message in this morning to uplift you, to share what is good, not to make you my follower, not to talk about denomination, not to talk about religion, but it's a question, an issue of humanity, to pass you on and begin to live life to the fullest. Until then, and you have a great day, have a great afternoon, have a great and enlightened week. Until then, this is your friend. You can always contact me through Facebook, through YouTube. You can always contact me through our mailing list. Until then, I say to you, bye-bye.